Miss Grace Slick, would you do the honor? Well, oh. All right. It's not quite 450,000, but the spirit is there.
I thought you were going to say not quite 450,000 years old.
No. Would you do me a favor, introduce me, first of all, to the gentleman along the back row here?
Okay. The first guy fooling around there is David Freiberg.
David, nice to have you with us, sir.
That is Pete Sears on bass. They're both on bass at the moment.
Yes, things have changed since we last looked. On drums?
Drums, Don Baldwin.
Thank you, Don.
Lead guitar is Craig Chiquiso.
Thank you, Craig. And lastly,
And lead singer is Mickey Thomas.
have you any idea who this man on the right is?
He's one of the old guys. He's the only original member of the group.
Only original. This is Paul Kantner. Paul, how do you, well, first of all, I know it was a big hit for you when you were here in 1967, and that inspired you to go on to great things, right?
Among other things.
That was the highlight of your life.
We come here once every 15 years, check out what's happening.
Just to rejuvenate
Same
you.
studio.
How do you explain the survival of this organization? All of these people have joined you along the way. Grace joined you, what, 1 year after you started?
About that, yeah.
How do you explain that you've done well all these years? Are you
Good companions.
really?
Yeah, I think so. People who want to do it.
I want to ask you why you've been in and out of this group. I mean, are you a masochist or what? Or you just couldn't tear yourself away? Or?
Yeah, you asked me that question earlier, and Dick, I still haven't come up with an answer.
You're back with no excuse.
I'm back with no excuse. It seemed, both leaving and coming back seemed like a good idea at the time.
It's been a big part of your life.
Yeah, I know.
All right.
That's probably the reason for going back, actually. They're like a family.
You know, I can't do a 2.5-minute interview with somebody with this much history, but of all of these things, it is not going to happen today, but of all of those events that have happened in your respective lives, is there anything that you can pick out as a moment you remember?
No.
All right, see, that's well, thank you and good night. So, could we make a date in another 8 years or so? No.
It's a pleasure talking to us, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a real treat. No, I look forward to it. I wish we had about a half an hour. What does that mean? We're out of time?